The key people responsible for coronavirus, make no mistake, are rampant revolutionaries. Why else is it senior ministers and royalty getting ill, I don't buy, never in a million years, that a pangolin would have such an evil agenda. No. Miffed by our police efficiency in sniffing out their gunpowder plots, they think a virus will suit them better. Well, if they think they can get around me and my team, they are sorely mistaken.
Through a pandemic-strewn Brondesbury estate, a singing killer is on the prowl.
Coronavirus, why'd you have to find us? COVID, you had stayed in your pangolin waves.
Corona cops PC Plot and PC Drewitt make their way to the scene and check in with the terrified resident who heard the harrowing swan song.
I don't know why that blasted woman has to sing so loudly and so out of tune. I'm a music teacher, so I should know. But I don't. Shh, just don't tell the school. I can't bear the kids' god-awful squealing. Ma, 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 ma. The best of times. Can't someone teach them to sing before sending them to me? So to come home to more of it. She does it every day, back and forth from the shops. Gives me a right banging headache as I'm trying to read in the garden. Drives me crazy. So of course, when I found out that singing causes coronavirus, it was the perfect opportunity for me to get my revenge.
With clear signs of victim distress, PC Plot and PC Drewitt are keen to get the investigation off to a speedy start.
Everybody likes a good sing-song, and I don't leave myself out in that. My particular favourite is the Purple People Eater, because it reminds me of my wife. But that's why bars and showers were invented. To be singing on the street like that, where anybody could just walk by, in my book, that's nothing more than attempted murder.
With no definitive lead on who the singing killer may be, PC Drewitt interviews neighbours to put together an identikit.
The trick with an identikit is you need to let the witnesses tell you what they think the person looks like. That way you're going to get a better likeness. If you're just doodling, you're not going to get as good results. Anyway, I find painting by numbers a bit easier.
Meanwhile, under PC Plot's watchful eyes, there has been a meaty development.
Well, I was just having a steak out on the road, as is normal police practice when you're waiting for a criminal to resurface, when I heard the Pinishers singing for myself. I can still hear it now. It chilled me right to the bone, thinking about all of those virus particles that those tuneless tones might be covering. I knew that we had to move quickly, and preferably in the direction of the singing.
Spurred on by news of the singing killer's appearance, PC Drewitt adds the finishing touches to his identikit.
The most disturbing thing was that none of the witnesses described seeing the suspect's nose or ears. They said she had brown eyes, blonde hair and a loud mouth, but not a single nose or ear. I'd say normally we expect at least 2 to 5 of each. So we were looking for a suspect without either of those. At that point, I started to find out why the singing might be so bad.
With his fearful identikit sent out, PC Drewitt joins PC Plot to follow the siren call.
You have to find us, COVID, you had stayed in your pants.
But as they turn the corner, the singing stops, and they are left with a choice of suspects.
Not one of the potential suspects matched my identikit, so we could draw no other conclusion than that the suspect had somehow redesigned their face in order to avoid detection. I've known plastic surgeons to act quickly, and there's a growing underground movement for criminals to carry around their own plastic surgery kits. Why else do my identikits so rarely fit the actual criminals' faces, It was clear that our appearance on the street corner had terrified the suspect into silence, which did not make the job easy for us. We couldn't ask them to sing again, because encouraging a crime like that would be criminal itself. So as complicated as it seemed, our only option was to ask each of the suspects who they thought the mystery singer was. I'm PC Plot, this is PC Drewitt.
Now, which one of you is committing attempted murder? Who is the one that was singing just now?
That woman, I think.
Well, what a beautiful voice you have, madam.
Oh, thank you.
It's just a shame there isn't anything more nefarious you could have done with it, since coronavirus killed the X Factor, isn't it?
Nefarious? I'm not sure I'm with you.
Oh, you're with us, and you're coming with us back to the station to explain your murderous behaviours in normal speaking voice.
The Brondesbury streets are mercifully silenced as the scheming culprit sings her last. Convicted of conspiracy to murder and using a disguise to resist arrest, the woman will have only the thick, slimy walls of prison to serenade for all of her next 30 years. As the pandemic continues, be sure the temptations to sing don't lead you astray. Shh! Or PC's plots and Drewitt will stray you into a lengthy imprisonment. On Corona Cops.
Coronavirus, why'd you have to find us COVID? You had stayed in your pangolin ways. You brought the world to its knees, you stupid little disease. Now wouldn't you please go and take your leave? Oh, just go away, coronavirus!